Life is chaos, my dear audience, pure, unfiltered chaos dressed up in suits and masks to make you think it's something else. They sell you the dream of order, the illusion of fairness, and you swallow it whole, don't you? But deep down, you know the truth. It's all a lie. Good, evil, right, wrong, they're just words. Tools they use to keep you in line. The so-called good people. They're no saints. They hide their cruelty behind charity, their selfishness behind smiles. They call themselves righteous, but righteousness is just arrogance with a halo. And the ones they call evil, the villains, they're the honest ones. They don't hide their hunger for power, their refusal to kneel. Good is a leash, a collar they place around your neck to keep you docile. They tell you to follow the rules, to obey, to sacrifice your desires for the greater good. But whose good are they talking about? Certainly not yours. No, the rules are made to benefit them, the powerful, the ones who laugh while you break your back trying to be good enough. And when you fail, and you will fail, they'll blame you. They'll call you weak, flawed, unworthy. But here's the punchline: they rigged the game from the start. Evil is freedom. It's tearing off the leash and throwing it at their feet. It's saying no when the world demands you say yes. They fear it because it's uncontrollable, untamed, and raw. They label it chaos because chaos can't be boxed, can't be chained, can't be bent to their will. But chaos is the only honest force in this world. It doesn't pretend to be fair or just, it simply is. And if you want to survive, you don't run from it. You embrace it. The world will judge you for stepping into the dark. They'll call you names, spit on you, try to drag you back into their orderly little nightmare. But let them. Their judgment means nothing. Their words are empty. They hate what they fear, and they fear what they don't understand. They don't e'er understand someone who refuses to bow, to conform, to smile when there's nothing to smile about. They don't understand the fire that burns in the someone who's had everything taken from them and still refuses to break. And that's the real difference between good and evil, isn't it? Good breaks. It shatters under pressure, folds under the weight of the world. But evil endures. It thrives in the dark, finds strength in the pain, and rises from the ashes. It doesn't need approval, doesn't crave validation. It simply exists, unapologetic and unstoppable. They'll tell you to choose the light, to be better, to rise above. But what they really mean is bow lower, shrink smaller, to play by their rules. The light is a cage, and they are its keepers. But the dark is freedom. It's where you find yourself, where you confront the truth, where you stop pretending and start living. So go ahead, let them call you a villain. Wear the title like a crown, because villains are the ones who change the world. Heroes preserve the status quo, but villains rewrite the rules, break the chains, burn it all down to build something new. They fear us because we show them what they really are: weak, fragile, insignificant. But remember this: the world doesn't care if you're good or evil. It doesn't care if you're a hero or a villain. It only respects power. And power doesn't come from kindness or mercy or playing nice. It comes from taking what you want, from refusing to apologize, from laughing in the face of their judgment. Laugh, my friends. Laugh at their fear, their hypocrisy, their pathetic little attempts to control you. Because in the end, the only thing that matters is who you are when the mask comes off. Are you the puppet they want you to be? Or are you something more? Something wild, something free, something untouchable. Life is chaos. Embrace it. Good is a lie. Reject it. And evil is just the name they give to those who dare to live on their own terms. So live. Burn bright and never, ever bow. The world loves its illusions, doesn't it? They cling to them like a child clutching a blanket, hoping it will shield them from the storm. But storms don't care about blankets. The wind howls, the rain falls, and the world crumbles regardless of how tightly you hold on. That's the reality they refuse to face. They'll talk about love and hope, like those things are eternal. But love fades, hope dies, and what's left? The ashes of what you once believed. They'll tell you to be patient, to endure, to wait for better days. But patience is just a prettier word for submission. They want you to wait because while you're waiting, they're taking your dreams, your strength, your fire. They don't want you to fight back because they know you're dangerous when you do. That's why they feed you their poison, dressed up as kindness, wrapped in words like peace and harmony. But harmony is for the weak. It's the anthem of those too scared to disrupt the system, too afraid to take what they deserve. The strong don't wait for peace. They create it on their terms, with their own hands, no matter how bloody they get in the process. And if that makes you a monster, then so be it. Monsters get things done. They'll tell you that darkness is the enemy. But have you ever noticed clear the stars are in the dark? The light blinds you, keeps you from seeing the cracks, the flaws, the lies hidden in plain sight. But the dark reveals. It shows you the truth of the world, the truth of yourself. And if you can't handle it, you're not ready to live. The ones who preach goodness are the same ones who hide their skeletons behind closed doors. They tell you to trust them, to follow their lead, but their path is paved with hypocrisy. They don't want you to succeed. They want you to obey, to fall in line, to play your part in their grand little performance. But this world isn't a stage, and you're not their puppet. Cut the strings, burn the script. Because here's the secret: they fear you. Not the version of you they've crafted, but the real you. The one who doesn't need their approval, who doesn't play by their rules. They fear what they can't control, and nothing is more uncontrollable than someone who's seen the dark and embraced it. Someone who laughs in the face of their lies and dares to create their own truth. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. That's what they don't want you to know. They want you to drown in your suffering, to let it consume you. Because as long as you're broken, you're manageable. But pain is a tool. You take it, you shape it, and you use it to build something stronger, something untouchable. Let it fuel you, let it sharpen you, let it remind you that you're alive. They'll call you cold, heartless, cruel, but those are just words. Words mean nothing when they come from the mouths of cowards. What matters is what you do, how you rise, how you take the chaos they fear and turn it into power. Let them call you a villain if they must. Villains aren't shackled by the chains of morality. Villains are free. So here's to the ones who refuse to bow, who refuse to break. Here's to the ones who turn their scars into armor, their rage into strength, their chaos into purpose. The world may not love you, but it will respect you. And respect, unlike doesn't fade. It doesn't falter. It endures. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the dark. It's not as scary as they told you, is it? In fact, it feels like home. The dark isn't your enemy. No, it's the one place where the lies fade away, where the masks crumble, where you finally see things as they are. They've painted it as a place of fear because they're afraid of what it represents. Truth. In the dark, there are no rules, no pretenses, no illusions of safety. There's just you, stripped down to your core, facing the raw chaos of existence. It's not pretty, but it's real. And real is what they fear most. They tell you to seek the light, to follow the path of righteousness. But do you know why they want you to walk that road? Because it's paved with chains. It binds you to their expectations, to their vision of what life should be. They want you to believe that goodness is a virtue, but in reality, It's just another form of control. They use it to tame you, to keep you quiet while they feast on your dreams. And then there's evil, the word they use to brand those who refuse to conform, who refuse to play the part assigned to them. Evil isn't the monster under your bed. Evil is the person who says, "No, I will not kneel, Ba." Evil is the voice that whispers, "You can take what's yours if you're strong enough to reach for it." They hate evil because it's unpredictable, because it doesn't care about their rules, because it threatens the fragile little world they've built. The truth is, they're all hypocrites. They'll preach about love and kindness, about fairness and justice, but when the chips are down, they'll show their true colors. They'll betray you to save themselves, step on you to climb higher, smile while they stab you in the back. And when you finally open your eyes to it, when you call them out, they'll call you bitter, angry, broken. But you're not broken. You're awake. Awake to the reality that good and evil are just labels, weapons they use to control the narrative. Awake to the fact that the world isn't a battle between light and dark. It's a battle between those who take and those who are taken from. If you're not taking, you're being devoured, piece by piece, until there's nothing left of you but a hollow shell. They want you hollow because hollow people are easy to control. They want you afraid because fear makes you predictable. They want you guilty because guilt keeps you in line. But what happens when you let go of their chains? When you stop caring about their judgment, their approval, their so-called morality? What happens when you decide to live for yourself, on your own terms? That's when they start to fear you. Because a person with nothing to lose is unstoppable. A person who's embraced their darkness, who's found strength in their scars, who's learned to laugh in the face of pain, that person is a force of nature. They can't be tamed, can't be broken, can't be silenced. So let them whisper about you in their huddled little circles. Let them call you a monster, a villain, a nightmare. Wear it like a badge of honor, because monsters don't bow. Villains don't ask for permission. Nightmares don't apologize for keeping people awake. And when they try to tear you down, when they throw their words and their hate at you, laugh. Laugh because their fear is showing. Laugh because their hate only makes you stronger. Laugh because they've already lost the moment they tried to control you. The dark isn't something to fear. It's where you find your power. It's where you become untouchable. Let the world call it evil if it must, but never let them convince you that evil isn't worth it. Because evil isn't the absence of good, it's the rejection of their lies. The world doesn't need more heroes. It needs more chaos. It needs people who aren't afraid to tear down the old and build something new. People who refuse to live by someone else's rules. Who aren't afraid to dream bigger, fight harder, burn brighter. So here's to the dark. Here's to the chaos. Here's to the ones who don't ask for permission, who don't need forgiveness, who don't bow to anyone. The world may hate you, but it will never forget you. And that, my friends, is true power.